Hey guys, Dr. Joe Rangel, the bodybuilding PhD. There is a very unfortunate trend among men that we need to address. I had a completely different video planned for today. This kind of came up, so I want to get this out there right now. Um, what happens when we as men have a problem? What does society expect us to do? I mean, let's dispense with all the malarkey, with all the toxic masculinity, patriarchy, femininity, all this crap. Let's just talk about, what does society expect you to do? What did your dad teach you to do? Did you have a dad to teach you what to do? Okay. For the most part, the one rule of man, and this is from a book called Men's Work by Connor Beaton. He calls this the one rule of man, and not in a good way, is to hide it, push it down, and pour some whiskey over the top, right? That's what we do when we're confronted with emotional problems. And it's so fucked up in our society that we've actually come to admire men who do this, admire men who seem to take the weight of the world onto them and never show any emotion whatsoever. And what is their response when you ask them, hey, what's going on? Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm good, man. It's nothing. It's nothing. How you doing today, brother? I'm fine. He's not fine. Okay. And if you look through Instagram and you look through your TikTok, you'll see video after video after video of men who are tired of this. The feminists like to talk about the patriarchy and getting rid of the patriarchy. Patriarchy really is about wealth sharing. That's what it traditionally means. But I will tell you this, that traditional mythopoetic ethos of men that does go into the patriarchy is not only bad for women, it's bad for you. It's killing you too. I cannot tell you how many guys I know personally, friends of mine, cops, firefighters, bodybuilders, who have come to me at their breaking point to talk about the fact that they were about to kill themselves. And this is due entirely to push it down, hide it, pour some whiskey over the top. This is not healthy. And there's this belief out there that if you express yourself and if you let these problems out, then you're somehow weak. And I understand why, because there's this whole push from the same people that are calling masculinity toxic. There's this whole push for men to become more sensitive and more effeminate and eschew all that masculine stuff. And so guys are left with this dichotomy. You can either go all the way one way and become this beta male soy boy thing, or you go all the way the other way and you become a stone, right? Neither one of those is healthy. Neither one of those is healthy. You need to find the happy middle, the part in the middle. Let me ask you this question. How many of you men out there have another man who you respect, who you can confide in, whose opinion actually matters to you, that you can go to and you could say, fuck, man, I'm having a hard time right now. Or you could confess your sins to without fear of judgment. Oh, God, you know, man, I really screwed up. I had this great relationship and I did A, B, and C. Or, you know, I've started drinking again. Or how many of you have that guy you could go to? Because every man needs that guy, okay? You need that person to go to. You are not a rock alone in the ocean. You are not a statue. You are not. You may think you are. You may feel like you are. You may think that you can handle it on your own, but eventually you will break. Even the strongest rock will break under enough waves. Okay. I used to be like this. I used to believe that the only way to be a strong man was to take it, bury it, hide it, and pour some whiskey over the top. And what will eventually happen is you'll stuff enough stuff in there and you'll cram enough stuff in there that the container you're holding it in will crack. So where do you find the happy medium between understanding your emotions, feeling your emotions, and expressing your emotions, and going over the top and be, you know, and living in your emotions like the feminine? Well, the first thing you've got to do is recognize the fact that without fear, there is no courage, right? A lot of guys think that this makes them brave and strong. to deny that they have any emotions. That's the exact opposite. It actually makes you a coward. You are hiding from your pain. You're hiding from your emotions. That's not strength. Okay, that's reactivity and that's fear. Because just like the old metaphysical saying, without darkness there can be no light. Without evil there can be no good. Without your fear, without your pain, without your struggle, there can be no courage to overcome it. So you must acknowledge these things. You must acknowledge them. You must give yourself permission to feel them. I'm not saying go online and post a tearful video and do all these other dramatic things and post a bunch of shit on the internet about nobody is safe and I don't trust anything. That's crap. That doesn't help. I'm saying you need to give yourself permission to feel these emotions. You need to give yourself permission to feel fear, to feel anger, to feel stress, to feel sadness, to feel guilt, to feel shame. Okay. Inside every one of us, there is a man who we don't want the world to know about. That's just a fact. There's something inside of each one of us we would rather the world did not know. You need to give yourself permission to look at that guy in the mirror. Because once you do, then you can start taking steps to overcome it and doing all the masculine stuff. But the more you deny it, the closer you get to suicide. It's just a fact. And guys, brothers, too many of us are dying every single day. And if not of suicide, of heart attacks, of alcoholism, or we're going to prison, or we're going to jail, right? Or we're ending up with all these health and stress related disorders, right? It needs to stop. Stop worrying about what the internet says. Stop worrying about what Facebook says, what Instagram says, what the View says. Stop worrying about it. Take a look in the mirror. Take some time to yourself. Take a look in the mirror. Acknowledge this pain that you're in, and then find that person in your life that you can reach out to. Be careful. Be careful. Not everyone's your friend, right? You need that person, and if you don't have that person, there are men's groups you can join that are completely confidential, where you can talk, you can be raw, and you can share this stuff. Okay? And if you really have nobody, reach out to me. I will listen. I promise you. I'd rather listen to you, a complete stranger, than have another guy kill himself. No judgment. Okay? So I got to get this out too on that. I am not licensed to practice psychology in my state. Okay? I am not offering to give you therapy. I am offering to coach and listen and give advice. Okay? I just want to make sure that you understand that. Okay? Guys, part of being unbreakable is understanding that you could break and taking steps to make sure it doesn't happen. All right, man. I love you. Stay unbreakable. I'm Dr. Joe Rangel, the bodybuilding PhD.